Because when you say craft beer, you will say that in certain parts of Australia, maybe not Newtown in Sydney or Fitzroy and whatever, they'll all be like, they know for whatever nerdy or elitist reasons they might say it, so positively and negatively. You might go to the outskirts of some of those cities and go craft beer, and they go, "Oh, the hoppy stuff wankers drink."
Yeah.
That's basically the.
I love that too, man.
Yeah.
I remember going back to Oregon for law school, and I would always have craft beer at my parties at my house, and my friends were like, "Dude, seriously, come on, it's so pretentious."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like at a place where 50% of the people actually drink craft beer. There's another 50% who are just like intentionally not drinking craft beer
because they want to be associated with that look or that.
Yeah.
And so craft beer becomes an image as well as a.
Shit about that right now.
Go for it.
Go for it.
No.
I mean, admit it.
Well, look, I feel like right now, craft beer is relatively new in Indonesia, and it's very important how people talk about it, and it's and to me, I have really chafed on the idea of beer snobbery.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's actually an urgent call for all of us to not wineify beer. There's a wine snob, and we all know what it looks like to meet a wine snob, right? Ooh, snub, whatever, And it's like there's a tendency for that to happen. And actually, what's bugging me right now is like some of the new entrants into the scene are basically saying like, well, why be regular? Be a beer snob, drink craft beer, and stuff like that. And I'm just like, that is not.
But
okay.
But I think that you don't want to snobify craft beer, but you also need to recognize if there is
a point of difference.
Yeah. There is a point of difference, and there is difference between quality and not hitting the mark in terms of like. Okay, let's say I have a beer, a saison, right? And it needs to fit a certain category. And then they call it a saison. I drink it. No, it doesn't fit the category. It's the ABV, the SRM, the flavor profile.
Something about it doesn't
fit that right. Am I a snob, or am I just being factual about it?
No, you're being factual.
Exactly. So
there's
where do you draw that line?
The what and the how.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between the what and the how.
Yeah.
And the how, what is 70%?
Yeah.
Like you should be able to say factually, this is how this is.
Yeah.
No, quantitative, sorry.
Quantitative.
Yeah. But the way you do it also matters.
Okay, so snobbery is the way that you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can distinguish.
Yeah.
Actually, discrimination is the foundation of the best things in life.
What are you talking about?
Discriminating between.
This could go horribly wrong.
No.
This could be the highlight.
That's the catchphrase.
But I mean, discriminating between something that's like thoughtless and careless, and just thrown out there cynically, versus something that's like really, like care was put into it. We need to discriminate between something that goes into a mass landfill and something that's sustainable.
Something that isn't considered itself. So you either got something that moves units or something that moves people. I just came out.
I like that, man. That's good. That's
a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
So snobbery is how you act.
So there was it's just interesting, and this comes down to a really fun subject, which is beer culture.
Yes.
And so there's the beer culture of Indonesia is still clay on the table.
It's fermenting.
It's so young. It's like who knows how it's going to develop, but it's really interesting because I grew up in a particular type of culture with beer, West Coast U.S., which is super collaborative. Everybody help everybody else out, build the scene, whatever.
And it started from such basic beginnings.
And then it was interesting. This is just an anecdote. 2012, 2013, Bangkok. A friend of mine, Jakob, started bringing in Mikkeller and a lot of beers from the Nordic countries. Great fucking beer. Awesome. Nobody will argue that. But the culture was noticeably different. A lot of it was about like, oh, you can't get this. Oh, it's a limited release. Oh, one bottle only. Do you have this? You don't have this.
Exclusivity.
What's the vintage
it was
on
very
this beer?
interesting.
Okay.
And I don't mean to criticize that because they do great beer as well. But I just noticed in that particular moment there was a different kind of energy when people were drinking. It was like, let me drink this rare beer, post it on my Untapped profile, and make all my friends jelly. I see. Which was really interesting.
But I also like limited release beers. It's like.
But do you like them because they taste better, or do you like them because no one else can have them, or because it's rare?
That
you know what I mean?
Exclusivism. I see.
Yeah, exclusiveness. Yeah. Yeah,
The reason I like it is because I won't be having it again, and they're going to be making something new. And I like the fact that there's always going to be something new coming.
Exactly.
So that's the bit that I love about it. But
that is so...
That's your ADD, attention deficit drinking disorder.
Totally.
Let's go with that one too. Yeah. Thanks, Range, for that inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to say.
These down.
There's a lot to say about that,
Yeah.
Because I will say, if my friend plays in the band, it sounds better.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's
A
kind of like
tolerance
the
for
brewed by
Yeah.
Leon thing,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I'm like, I know Leon made this beer, and I'm like, I love that guy. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, that beer was so good because whatever.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So like, of course we have biases as individual drinkers, but I guess my thing is more, we've encapsulated it at Beervana in just like this idea of for the love of beer. And it just keeps us in check. Because it isn't about
simple.
money. It isn't about being cool or whatever. It's just like, dude, if it's not for the love of beer, we don't do it.
Yeah.
Like that.
That's
love the
that's
product.
kind of
The product, It's about a love of the product. Yeah.
And with that, we end this discussion for the love of beer.
Love Cheers to that.
I always
love
cheers
it.
when my glass is
Yeah,
empty.
right?
Okay. Well, actually, in a
cheers.
Zen Buddhist sense, this would be our glasses are empty, so we're ready to receive more knowledge.
Oh,
I love that. Cheers.
Cheers.